wide receiver, as utter dominance has moved him within range of the single-season receiving record. It's the Black Knights and the Giants on Monday night.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Tonight, it's a good Week 9 matchup here on a Monday night between the New York Giants and the London Black Knights. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at our visitors coming into play here. Their offense is a unit that's not afraid to take chances out there, but not always for the better. What do you see them trying to do here?
I think they'll continue to take those chances, Brandon, but to me, they have to do it in a measured way. And what I mean by that, they can't just come into a game and throw caution to the wind and just say we're going to run a bunch of gadget plays, a lot of reverses, end arounds, all of those things. They've got to identify the spots where they want those plays to pay off, which means you have to set them up, and then when they present themselves, take full advantage.
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. They're led out by a former number 2 overall pick in the draft from BYU, Zach Wilson. Quickly to the air is Wilson. Over the middle, and that's caught by Kmet. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. The numbers for him from a week ago: 7 catches, 63 yards, and a touchdown.
And the competition gets a little bit tougher here because he's got to go against the number 1 ranked defense in the NFL against the pass, the latest incarnation of the no-fly zone.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They look to avoid an early 3-and-out here on 3rd and 4. Wilson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Pulled in at the 24. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Becker. And he's got his receiver, Cooper. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. On 1st and 10, Becker. And this is caught by Watkins. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. These are his numbers from last week's contest. Now you figure that he'll probably be a big factor in this one as well.
No question about it, partner. We just saw right there. They want to get him the ball in space and see what he can do after the catch.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 19. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Black Knights will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight.
Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, He recognized that they were all over that, so he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
So the Giants getting the football back here for their second drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how the defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got a look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. First down there, but it's incomplete. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Wilson. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down. Throwing is Wilson.
He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did.
Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Hassan Reddick, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. Well, for last week's performance, which was so good, he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week. He got a lot of praise, and understandably so, from national media. Looking pretty good on that play, too.
And I love what he told us this week before the game. He talked about how much time they spend working on pass rush moves, every position, because anyone can go after the quarterback in their defense, and you can see how they've all absorbed their lessons.
And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
And, Charles, you wonder about this defense coming in. I mean, look, it's no secret they're playing a team that's down on its luck right now. Losers of 5 straight. How does that change how you prepare for a game?
Well, to me, the first thought is you just get after them early, right? Take away any chance of them building any confidence. But the second thing is you prepare a little bit differently. You got to expect this team to take chances, go for it on 3rd and 4th downs, run a lot of trick plays, anything to try and break their losing streak. So you must stay alert and stay aware. Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave me underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
And he's going to miss this one. That is no good. Well outside the left upright, and this will stay at a 7-point game.
I don't care who you are. 60 yards is a very ambitious attempt. Hard to make even in practice in the best of conditions. And now, worst of all, you give the other guys the ball to start their drive at midfield.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And touchdown! A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tiny 2-play drive that time. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. Wilson. His throw incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
On 2nd and 10, Wilson. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, trying to fit it into Shepard, but it's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
So problems with errant passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week, and now another here in this first quarter.
And sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week, and he can't do it all on one throw.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Becker going deep here for Watkins. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Becker. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And it's caught. Touchdown.
Quez Watkins.
He has career touchdown number 78, tying in with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list.
And the Black Knights have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns.
Extra point right down the middle, and it's now 21-0. The drive there only spanning 3 plays.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
And the Giants ready to come out now.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit, and if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
On 2nd down, here's Wilson. And incomplete on the deep ball.
This defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. There's Wilson to throw. And that is incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure to give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7.
And they will take over 1st and 10. London about set to take over on offense. But Charles, they're really stringing these possessions and scores together early. We're still in the first quarter, but if they can score again here, look out.
Yeah, and as you taught me when we're broadcasting games, one word we're supposed to avoid, and that's blowout. But that's exactly what's going on here. Down 3 possessions just the first quarter. That goes beyond any worst-case scenario we might have thought coming into this game. And another touchdown here, that should eliminate any hopes for any type of a comeback.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Going deep here for Watkins. Well, this is taken in. It's complete.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
On 1st down, Becker. Touchdown! From 21 yards away. As his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead.
Boy, CD, what a start for them. Still in the first quarter, they're absolutely blitzing them. All the points that they put up, I'm not sure what you say on the other sideline right now.
I think it's as simple as this, partner. The way that they're playing, there's no limits on what this league could become.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it is 28-0.
So this not what we expected. 28-0 here in the first as another kickoff is away.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They've got to be absolutely reeling right now. Couldn't have expected to be down this big, this early. But that's the spot they're in as they come up to try again here. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Giant football, and we're ready to begin the second quarter. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Here's Wilson.
That's complete right side to Kmet.
They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
We'll put that one in the win column for the defense. Trying to contain tight ends in the passing game is so difficult nowadays, but they did in a big way there.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. Finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. 20. Touchdown, Giants. Sterling Shepard, 68 yards.
And the Giants get a bit closer.
I'm not sure that they have illusions right now of, okay, we're going to score 8 times in a row and we're going to be terrific. But to get one, that was huge for them. That has to feel much better right now.
And you do have, we're still in the first half. You do have the entire second half. There's something about that goose egg that just looked bad on that board, but now they've broken it.
Yeah, broken through. Can they maintain the pace? We'll see as we go along.
And now it's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football. But he will not be able to bring this one back, and the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
I rarely question anyone's effort on the field. But normal, you give up a touchdown like that, a long-distance play, there's usually not a lot of resistance on the extra point. In this case, though, boy, they bowed their backs and got after it.
Yeah, a little revenge. Nicely done.
Yeah, way to go. Get in there, block it, and show them that they're still fighting.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback?
And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. And a huge play that time. 48 yards. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
This, the second meeting of these two teams. You might recall they met back in Week 5, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Touchdown! A great play there. 40 yards.
And the Black Knights continue to pull away here in this first half.
Okay, we need to double-check here with Marvin because he keeps all of our good stats. But what I've got is 5 drives, 5 touchdowns, and they've got a nice, healthy lead.
Well, after the first drive, we thought things might be clicking. They're really clicking at this point. They're clicking about as much as they can click.
And right
I just said click a lot.
Yes, you did, but that's okay because the guy who's coordinating the defense, trying to slow them down,
good luck.
He's going to have hair that looks like mine very soon. Not much of it.
And now a whistle and a timeout called by the kicking team. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
And New York set to take the field.
Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And that is incomplete.
I have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw is Wilson.
He's got this to Williams, complete.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big pickup of 38.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
They'll run on 1st down with Singletary. Now a loose football. The ball comes out.
Wow. That ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Looking for his receiver, sharp, and it's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10.
He's going to look deep for Watkins. They've got his man complete. Past the 20. And all the way in for the touchdown.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Well, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone to try here for the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. And now out come the Giants. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the play did on the last one.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. On the counter, this is Singletary. There's some space here. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 49 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Singletary again. And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Williams brings it in. Touchdown, Giants. Mike Williams, 34 yards. And the Giants are able to claw one back. This time, the extra point up and good. And they get a bit of a respite here from what's been an otherwise dreadful first half of football. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. London about set to take over on offense. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Going deep here for Watkins. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? When you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Becker. And this is taken in at the 5. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. That goes for a gain of 31. So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down. Line of scrimmage. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound.
Back to throw. Becker. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year.
And the Black Knights have taken a 5-touchdown lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And a rout is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
And New York set to take the field.
A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Well, throw on first down with Wilson.
He'll try and fire this downfield for Singletary.
That's caught inside the 20. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It's a big-time play. Yards. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. They run here with Singletary, and he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal? Now it's Wilson. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
3rd and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
A nightmare on 3rd and goal. He's sacked in multiple plays.
To get him. Out there is Rodrigo Blankenship in the field goal unit. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt.
Blankenship's kick is good.
And that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. Next, we head off to check out another game. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Tampa Bay Bucks. Christian McCaffrey, 2 touchdown runs to lead the way. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And they were losers in that one to the visiting Cincinnati Bengals. Joe Burrow leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. With that, let's get a look at the next-gen stats.
Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the third quarter and continue this midseason contest. And we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter. But they're obviously right now in the driver's seat, comfortably ahead. They've scored on a couple straight possessions, Charles. And I mean, for them, I guess it's just more of the same, right? Keep doing what you've been doing.
Yeah, it's not typical for us to see games out of reach in the third quarter. Right now, they're unstoppable in this one. And seeing how they just came out onto the field, it does appear like they're done scoring points in this one. They look awfully confident.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. Becker. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. to throw. Becker. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown. Quez Watkins with touchdown number 29. Too short of LaDainian Tomlinson's all-time record 31. And the Black Knights come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. The call is to go for one and kick the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the third quarter. On first down, they'll start out with Singletary. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Here's Wilson.
Over the middle, and that's caught by Kmet.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. On first down, Wilson.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Wilson, he's going to wind up and air it out. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Darius Slayton, 55 yards.
And the Giants are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
So they do get 1 score back, but still a long way to go here in the third quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Taking it about the 1. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. London about set to take over on offense. Still well in control of this ball game despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago.
Throwing on first down. Becker going deep here for Watkins. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Back to the air on 2nd down. Becker, he's going to look deep for Watkins. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Becker going deep here for Watkins. And guy's man complete.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. Oh, looking for Andrews downfield. And he fires one that's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And the Giants are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. Well, with the size of lead that this offense has, I don't think that interception is really going to affect them much. But at least for this defense, something small to hang their hat on. Yeah, and let's face it, they're not even scoreboard watching anymore, right? They're just trying their best to make a play, get themselves off the field, which they just did, and salvage a little bit of pride in this one. After the interception, here's Wilson. And this is caught by Williams. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. A good pickup there at 22. There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play. Now Wilson on 1st down. Finding Williams once more, complete. Touchdown, Giants! Mike Williams, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Giants take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that trims the lead a bit, but still standing at 26 points. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. London about set to take over on offense. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive. And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time. And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half. Well, on that one, they go with a play fake, CD, but I don't think anybody really was fooled. All eyes were fixated on the quarterback, and they got him to the ground. And to run this play successfully, you've got to make sure that everyone is doing their part. You actually have to sell this play. You've got to sell the run action. Otherwise, why do you stop at the running back? You just run straight for the quarterback and put him on the ground. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Becker. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Two things you can do in that situation: run and punt the football, or try and take your shot at getting the 1st down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same. They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. Going deep here for Watkins. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. And the failure on 4th down on the other side leads immediately to a 1st and goal. They'll run out of the gun with Singletary. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Again, it'll be Singletary. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance. And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? Throwing is Wilson.
A throw left side taken in by Kmet.
Touchdown! Cole Kmet from 13 yards out.
And the Giants are able to cut into that deficit. So it takes them just 3 plays here to find the end zone. And you remember, of course, this was all set up by their defense.
Yeah, they got the stop on 4th down, so I imagine the offense said to their defense, thank you very much for this great starting field position. And like you said, 3 plays later, they're in the end zone.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And that'll make this a 19.
Giants 37.
The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone.
They'll take over.
London about set to take over on offense. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10.
Ready. Kneel, right blue.
Throwing to start the drive. Becker, he's going to look deep for Watkins. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown.
Quez Watkins. Excellent work there to get in on the touchdown run. And the Black Knights are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point right down the middle. And that will bump the lead up to 26. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. And New York set to take the field.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
They're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd down, Wilson.
Will get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw.
Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson. That's complete left side to Shepard. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play. Welcome back now here in London. The Giants on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Now Wilson. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked up by Marshawn Lattimore. just beating himself up inside for not getting all the way in.
No doubt about it, because he had visions of end zone in his mind, going to be the total hero. But we did see there the emphasis on it's not just good enough to pick it off anymore.
And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. It's their quarterback scoring on the sneak from a yard out.
And the Black Knights are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. Well, obviously, Charles, no more points were needed, but some teams just can't resist the urge to keep adding on, and they did just that here in the fourth quarter.
And we've certainly been on the call to see many teams do exactly that over the years, Brandon. Some to even more impressive degrees. In the end, it always comes back to there's still a defense out there, and it's still a game of NFL football. So if you don't like what's happening, it's up to you to get them stopped.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field.
It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case.
Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
Picked off by Caleb Farley.
And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road and help seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. On 1st and 10, Becker. And it's caught. Touchdown. From 14 yards out.
And the Black Knights are closing in on a 6-2 start as they extend this fourth quarter advantage.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
Extra point splits the uprights. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Another drive coming up for New York's offense. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Shepard.
And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. Well, this looks like a roughing call. Well, that frustration, Charles, it's been building on the defensive side of the ball, and unfortunately there, it turns into a roughing the passer penalty.
Yeah, and they should be frustrated because he's picked them apart the entire game, but it's got to come out in a different way. You can't hit him illegally. Stop him downfield the way you're supposed to.
From the shotgun, Wilson. And now here is another interception. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense, and certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Reporter hoping to hold a nice little spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.
Point after, right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th time this game. Now Wilson. That is caught. It's Williams. The 30. 10. Touchdown Giants. Mike Williams, 76 yards. Giants get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. London about set to take over on offense. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would have, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield.
Well, there were about 70,000 that were quickly calling for that flag. It comes out there for pass interference.
What do you think, partner? A little sarcasm in that cheering from this crowd here tonight. What they're hoping now is to build a little momentum off of it and give them a more genuine reason to cheer down the road.
Going deep here for Watkins. And he's in for the score. And his spectacular season continues as he ties the NFL touchdown record.
He is phenomenal.
Well, they just continue to roll. And, Charles, for you and I, we want the close games, but for them, it has to be so nice to enjoy this big cushion.
I can't remember the last time we saw them play this loose and have this much fun. I think they'd love to be able to capture this game, carry it with them from week to week, and be able to execute like this in all the rest of their games.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
Here's Mike Williams now as his guys head back out to go on offense. Now this defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him? Bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know whether a mid-game trade's going to happen, but good thought. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident every... This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now it's Wilson. This one to Slayton over the middle. He's at the 40, the 20. Touchdown.
So still throwing here in the fourth quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more size. Anything else here? Some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to, because, as you noted, this is their chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot in the depth chart points before this game is over.
Fields it right around the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. London about set to take over on offense. Well, they've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the fourth quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last two drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted. So they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Becker. And he's got his receiver, Cooper. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play. Again, he'll drop to throw. Right back to Cooper, and he got him again. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Becker. And this is caught by Watkins. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Call that a very strong gain of 24. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, up big here in the fourth quarter, up really big. That pass and incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points. But they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
And he delivers a strike complete to Watkins. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
He pushed forward, but I don't think it's enough. He's going to be about a yard short. The sneak doesn't quite get him there. He gets 2. Now it's 4th and a yard.
Ready.
They'll try and sneak it here. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, where our booth is here, we can see all of the writers to our left. And their post-game stories, Charles, they have been filed for some time because this game, boy, is a lopsided.
Yeah, we can see our guy Scoop. He's even got his fedora tipped over his face. I think he's taking a nap now. Nothing left to write for him, but how gratifying has it been for them to see what they've done in practice and carry it into a game and see the execution be so good. They've got to feel fantastic about what they've accomplished in this one.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25.
Here's Mike Williams now as his guys head back out to go on offense. And I think we both agreed he could have a really good game with this matchup, but over 200 yards now.
I don't think we saw it as that good, and I think what really makes it special is when games like this are occurring, it's not just getting locked in and in the zone and on a roll. It's continuing to adjust throughout the game because, you know, the defense is kicking coverages towards him, trying their best to slow him down, and he keeps getting the better of them.
Yeah, whatever they've done, it hasn't worked. Well, throw on first down with Wilson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Wilson.
Open man is Kmet, the tight end.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. Williams brings it in. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw taken in by Slayton. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry.
Now Wilson.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Wilson. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
And this will be incomplete. Boy, can you believe this? That one probably should have been picked too. Instead, it's 4th down.
And that is no good. He hit it well from distance, but he couldn't work it back in. But there is a flag down. He might get another shot at this.
Okay, so the personal foul penalty, and those are some important yards lost right there.
Yeah, it all comes down to discipline, doesn't it? And every team tells us that they coach it, they preach it. In this case, it slipped a little bit.
So 1st and 10 after a big mistake on 4th down with a penalty. To throw is Wilson. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Another try after the 1st down sack. Wilson, and his throw's going to be incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him, but after this one's done, you just feel like in the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
3rd and long, it's Wilson. And that will be incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions of what was once a nice drive. Stalled out here. I'm going to give credit to the secondary partner. Never gave up as they gave up a few yards, and they came through on that play to deny that pass and force the 4th down.
Blankenship's kick is good.
And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
Taken at the goal line. London about set to take over on offense. Well, they don't need to score here, that's for sure. They could just kneel it. They've got the huge lead late fourth quarter, but we'll see how they're feeling, Charles.
Yeah, we all know people out there who like to use every second of the clock, no matter what the score. And we know they don't need the points. They've scored in abundance already. Let's find out how they want to finish this ball game.
Going deep here for Watkins. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he is into the end zone, and the touchdown record is now all his.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill, but remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes, and that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
Extra point forthcoming. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. And they got it. They recovered it. They hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down.
Yeah, you got to wait until that ball goes 10 yards. They did not. They hit it before, and that draws the flag every time.
And there's no doubt in my mind that converting an onside kick has never been tougher in the NFL with the new rules. So trying to get it to 10 yards, timing up perfectly, that's tough enough to begin with. But when you go ahead and grab it before it goes.
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave him with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and abundant. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson.
That's complete right side to Komet.
And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout.
That's a good bounce-back play right there after taking a sack on first down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a third and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out third and long.
3rd and 2, now Wilson. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
One last shot for Wilson.
Looks for the out route, and it's complete to Komet. And he is going to have the Giants first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other.